For the Children, Mrs. Clinton and Oral Sex. By Mia T., March 2, 2008. How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in. With gently smiling jaws, is oral sex performed on you within that definition of sex as you understood it? Clinton was asked during his testimony. As I understood it, it was not. No, the president answered. That testimony that oral sex does not constitute sex from President Clinton's testimony before the grand jury was almost 9 years ago, but I still remember vividly my immediate reaction. Kids are going to hear that, and when they do, they're going to start believing that oral sex isn't sex because the president said so. 5 years after Clinton's testimony, 40% of the students have had oral sex and 60% of the students do not consider oral sex to be sex. Bill Clinton should have gone on MTV and told the kids he was wrong. He was lying. Oral sex is real sex. But he didn't. Oral sex is still entrenched as a suitable short of sex sexual act among kids. More insidious harm to our children from the Clinton, a concomitant increase in STDs from oral sex. Even worse, cancers, and in increasingly younger children, syphilis, transmission is during oral sex, chlamydia, transmitted during oral sex, HIV/AIDS, oral sex, CDC. If it's not sex, Bill, how come it spreads sexually transmitted disease? If you love kids so much, Hill, why don't you call your husband on his lie and actually protect the children? The answer, of course, is that they were Clintons, and nothing is more important to the Clintons than the Clintons. Regarding cancer, human papillomavirus, believed to be responsible for most cervical cancers, may also be at the root of many cancers of the mouth and throat. Cervical cancer is the outcome of a sexually transmitted disease. People need to be aware that they can get throat or tongue cancer as the consequence of a sexually transmitted disease. Oral sex can be considered safe sex. Oral sex cannot be considered safe sex. How does that ring with Hill and Bill, who are letting it stand that oral sex isn't even sex? From now on, whenever Hill claims her great love of children, think of children with syphilis, chlamydia, HIV/AIDS or tongue or mouth cancer and ask her in your mind, are you really for the children? Or are you simply for that cancer on America, the Clintons?
To blow up the Middle East peace process and doom any chances President Clinton has of winning the Nobel Prize for Peace.
I was delighted when Jimmy Carter won the Nobel Peace Prize because I thought he earned it, and I thought it was great because he got it as much of what he did after office as he did now.
Bill Clinton is still campaigning for the Nobel Peace Prize.
I remember exactly what happened. Bruce Lindsay said to me on the phone, when the guy, the second plane is at the tower, and I said, Bin Laden did this. That's the first thing I said. He said, how can you be sure? I said, because only Bin Laden and the Iranians could set up a network to do this, and they wouldn't do it because they have a country and targets. Bin Laden did.
Did you also think at the same time we came pretty close to getting them?
Yeah, I thought that my eventual recession was well placed, and I was full of regret that I didn't get it. I mean, I immediately thought that he did it.
I always ask the same question for 8 years. Can we kill him tomorrow?
Bin Laden is alive today because Mr. Clinton, Mr. Sandy Berger, and Mr. Richard Clark refused to kill him. That's the bottom line.
Fool me twice. Shame on me. Hillary's commander-in-chief problem. It isn't that they can't see the solution. It is that they can't see the problem.